everyone, Jon.Kozesky here with the Green Area Chamber of Commerce, your small business advocate. Today we're continuing our distant socializing by inviting a good friend of the Chamber of Commerce, but also a better friend of the Green Area community, Lauri Molnar of Hattie Larlham. Lauri, how are you today?
I am doing great. I feel like in this social distancing era, I'm learning a lot about Zoom and how to Zoom from home to stay connected.
There you go. Well, it looks like you've mastered it, so good job. Well, Lauri, for our show today, to change things up a little bit, I thought we would take some viewer questions from some of our viewers out there. So I have them here in front of me. Let's see what they've submitted. This first one's good. I like this one. So times are certainly tough right now, but we've all been hearing a lot of uplifting stories from our community, which we certainly have here in Green. Have you seen a difference in public support for Hattie Larlham recently?
Oh, we have been so fortunate in current volunteers and parents of those we serve really stepping up to the plate, as well as foundation boards and grants for PPE equipment. We had this incredible idea to make fabric masks for our direct care staff in prevention of this COVID-19 coming into our area. And within a week of posting that on our social media outlets, we had 20 people respond to say they would make fabric masks. That to me is amazing in 1 week.
That is tremendous. Wow, well that's fantastic. I love to hear that our community is responding like that. That is fantastic. Well, this next question that we had come in is also a good one. You know, Lauri, as a nonprofit, has the current crisis impacted Hattie Larlham's approach to fundraising? I would have to assume it has, like it's affected all of our businesses, but tell us a little bit about how Hattie Larlham's adjusting.
So we have continued to keep our donors as well as the community involved in what we're doing. One, because we had to close our day programs, the one in Green, the two in Green, as well as our doggy daycare and boarding. We've had to look for ways to be active from their group homes or from their long-term care. They've connected with families on FaceTime visits, so they've stayed socially active. And our direct care staff is so creative. When I was dropping off masks, our Bottler home in Green, they had a 3-wheel bike out in the driveway, and our adults were cheering each other on as they took turns riding the big adult bike. So, you know, they've gotten them outdoors, they've gotten them involved, and we've posted those exciting moments on our social media to let families know they're still creating something from home where they're out socializing and enjoying life.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so we've continued to have communication with those donors, mostly on social media outlets.
That's wonderful. Well, we do have your social media information here on the screen for anybody that wants to follow any of those activities. It's certainly great. And you know, you mentioned the doggy daycare. As you know, I've always been a big supporter of the doggy daycare. In fact, if you hear my dogs barking in the background, it's only because they're not in Hattie Larlham right now. So I'll have to blame you for that one. I'm sorry. So, Lauri, our next question. We've all learned recently that adaptability, both personally and professionally, is so important. That's a great point that we've all been talking about quite a bit. How has Hattie Larlham risen to meet these new challenges?
So again, keeping families connected, we find that an important need, and also assuring them that we're taking steps to keep their loved ones safe. So we did write a grant with the Akron Community Foundation and received it for the extra PPE equipment. And I think that was very reassuring to families that we were being proactive and making sure that if we did need the equipment, we had what we needed. And we're really grateful that those community grants are available. We've also reached out to some of our donors who have been very encouraging to let staff know what a hero they are for being on the front lines, taking care of so many residents. Northeast Ohio, we serve over 200 adults and children with developmental disabilities. And they have sent inspirational messages when they have dropped off their masks, so that there's the nickname, Hattie Heroes, going around with these mask donations. Some of our donors have come forward to do recognition for our direct care staff. We have a food truck coming in, and then catered meals to serve all of our staff, even in the group home settings, so that we let them know how much they matter to us and that they are really our front line.
Lauri, that's awesome. That is, I think hashtag Hattie's Heroes is going to be the mantra for the day today. I like that a lot. That's fantastic. Well, then I would encourage all of our viewers, again, your social media information is right here on the screen. Drop them a word of encouragement. I mean, these frontline workers, these essential employees are showing up every day. They're doing amazing work in our community, and let's be sure to show them how much we appreciate it. So that's great to hear. Lauri, last question. We're almost out of time, but I know you mentioned that you're working from home, and it sounds like you're keeping busy, but I'm sure we all have a little bit of extra time on our hands. So have you finally learned the violin or any other fun activities?
No, I think probably the most interesting thing is I was on a Zoom conference with volunteer coordinators from across the country, 111 people who serve as a volunteer coordinator. Were on this Zoom call, or I don't even know if we call them calls, but anyway, they literally had professional psychologists teach some stress management techniques. And it was all about breathing, taking a deep breath, taking time to realize these aren't normal times. Nobody's been through this before, and to just acknowledge it. And I found it really interesting just to give yourself permission to take time to breathe.
You know what? I like that today. In fact, I think we're all just going to... I feel better about the day already. So let's remember to take some deep breaths through all this, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Perfect. Well, that's all the time we have today. Lauri, thank you so much. Lauri Molnar with Hattie Larlham. Again, their information is here on the screen. Their employees and staff and their residents and consumers could all use your love and support. So go on their social media, show them some love, and show them how much we appreciate them in our community. So with that, we look forward to seeing you next time. My apologies to Jimmy Fallon that we couldn't get to his interview today, but we certainly will in the next episode. So in the meantime, keep home, keep healthy, keep shopping local.